What is going on? How is everybody doing? Forza Milan. Only two words. Forza Milan, Forza Milan, and Forza Milan. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Monday edition of the Milan News, Pacific Time, 10:30 a.m. Los Angeles. It is nighttime in Europe. It is morning here in the Americas. I see the chat has already been busy talking about all the situations that we're facing today as Milan fans, all the topics, all the crazy speculations, all the rumors, and the frustrations, the confusions, the anger, and it doesn't get any better, guys. It does not get any better. As long as we can talk about Milan, we should all be happy. All right, so let's get straight into it. We're going to talk about Scaroni. Scaroni had an interview and he spoke about the stadium. He spoke about many topics, about Gazidis, and he spoke about Leao too, which was kind of strange. I don't really like what he said about Leao, and of course he spoke about Massara and Maldini, which is the two topics of the day, the two most important topics of the day, the two most important topics of the week, the two most important topics of the month, Maldini and Massara. When are they going to renew? What is the situation with them? It is quite strange that 25 days after winning the Scudetto, here we are treating the situation, the AC Milan situation, as if we are a mid-table club. It is very strange right now. But, guys, I am ultimately positive. We're just going through a storm right now. We're going through the storm. Maybe we have already passed the eye of the hurricane. But right now we're just through a hurricane, and like all hurricanes, they die out, and then the sun comes back out, and the birds start chirping, and everybody is happy again. So we have to navigate through this hurricane, and just take it on the chin as we go. So let's get straight into it. AC Milan Presidente Paolo Scaroni has reassured fans that there is no risk of Paolo Maldini or Ricky Massara leaving the club when their contract expire. There's now less than 2 weeks until the technical director and sporting director's contracts run out, and although there are a lot of reports suggesting they will renew before the deadline, the fact their future has been allowed to be up in the air for so long has drawn some skepticism and criticism, 100%. Scaroni spoke to the microphones of La Politica nel Pallone, Politics in Football, on GR Parliament, and he asked about the renewals of Maldini and Massara with his comments, relayed by Milan News. The change of ownership in this somewhat crucial moment has delayed many things, but everything is in an idyllic atmosphere of relationships. I don't worry much about the Maldini-Massara issue. I have no doubt that an agreement will be reached, whereby this duo, which was so important, will continue with us in the coming years, he said. Corriere della Sera, reported this morning that either today and or tomorrow the negotiations for the extension of the duo will come to life. Maldini and Massara have yet to find a decisive agreement with Redbird Capital on their operation margins, but the talk should help to iron out the issue in a three-year contract. 3-year contract for the two managers. So the president Scaroni quite confident that they're going to renew their contracts, and they're going to do that. It has to happen within today and the 30th, since their contracts expire on the 30th. But there's more to this, guys. There's a lot more to this. So it is definitely a lot to talk about. What's up, Carlo Moretti? We have Christian. Let me say hello to the guys in chat right now. We got Mohammed Kasim. Says, guys, what do we do about the management? Should we burn down the stadium? But I don't want to hurt our team. No burning down of the stadium, guys. No burning down of the stadium. Let's wait and see what happens, and then let's Let's delay our judgment till we know exactly what's going to happen. Alan, how are you doing, Alan, my friend? We'll support Milan, but the fans in Italy will surely won't attend any matches. I'm sure the fans in Milan are going to be very angry if things don't go the way we all Milanisti would like things to go. Christian Pasmino, how are you doing, my friend? How's everything going? Carlo Moretti, how are you doing, my man? Majidine, 15 million, guys. We have to talk about this 15 million budget that Lungo spoke about today. I don't know what that is all about. Carlo Moretti says, I fear Maldini is a goner. Guys, we'll see. We will talk about that. What am I missing? Is our budget 50 million? No way. Well, that's what the reports came out today, but of course these are just reports. It's nothing concrete. This is Longo that said it, and we will discuss that. Forza Milan, Alan, guys, as always, Forza Milan, guys. And if you haven't already, please like the page, like. This channel can only grow with your help. It's you. You can only make this channel grow by liking that page so we can defeat the algorithm. So click that like button. It helps. Michael S., how you doing, my man? What up, Roy? And if you're new here, guys, please subscribe. We want to get to 3K by maybe the end of the summer. What do you think? 3K for the end of the summer? I think we can do it. If you guys just click that subscribe button, I'm sure we can get there. Can you guys still think Maldini want to stay after winning and giving him 50 million? If that is true, he has the right to leave. As I said, guys, this is something that we will definitely be talking about once we get there. It is a very interesting situation. Let's see what Corriere della Sera said regarding this matter. AC Milan are soon expected to officially announce the renewals of directors Paolo Maldini and Ricky Massara following weeks of speculation, a report claims. Corriere della Sera writes how their contracts are expiring in 10 days, but either today or tomorrow the negotiations for the extension of the duo will come to life. This is going to be the crucial week that is going to determine the destiny of his club. The aim is to get pen on paper by the end of the week because it has already gone too long. Maldini and Massara have yet to find a decisive agreement with Redbird Capital on their operation margins, but the talk should help to iron out the issue, and the 3-year contract is ready for both. I feel like a 3-year contract is a little bit short, but sure, whatever. Without the renewal, Milan's summer transfer market cannot take off, and as the days go by, some targets are beginning to fade, as PSG are after Renato Sanches and have surpassed Milan's bid, while Charles de Kettler of Club Bruges also has plenty of admirers. There you go, guys. So by the end of the week, I am assuming, because we can't drag this out for too long. By the end of the week, we will know what the deal is. Now, again, I know I put out a video, I think on Saturday, where I showed my frustrations regarding the matter, but I do want to put out a disclaimer out there. I do think that Maldini and Massara will continue. They will renew. But if they don't, I understand why they wouldn't, or why Maldini wouldn't. But I have a good feeling at the end of this. I think, as I said, we just have to navigate through this hurricane, and once we surpass the hurricane, the sun is going to come back out. 300 million to 50 million budget, nice, right? Guys, it is unfair for us Milanisti, after having such a great season, for now to be talking about these things that put such a negative light on the situation. Michael S. says, I'm officially done with the transfer window. It's not even open yet, right? This transfer window is definitely makes you think about a lot of things. Why is it after we win the league, the club might F it all up and return to the banter? The newspaper bullshit can't be true. Surely they're just trying to mess with our celebrations. We'll see, guys. We definitely have to see what happens. Again, guys, you know, right now, yeah, we have to navigate through the BS of the newspapers. A lot of it is rumors. A lot of it is clickbait. We just have to wait and see until the official statements come. By the way, we do have the first official signing of the campaign, so we'll talk about that too. What's up, Abduram King? How you doing, my friend? Roy, first of all, thank you for the daily streams. I see the whole trouble around our club quite calmly and have great patience. Everything is just big fairy tales of the media. Right, so that is a good approach. I think that is a very good approach to look at this. Until we know anything concrete, there's no need for any, negative speculations. Although I do admit I have been quite frustrated with the situation. Roy, have you spoken about Duarte and Dybala yet? I've not spoken about Duarte nor Dybala. I know that there's a possibility that Dybala might not sign with Inter, which can open the door with Milan. But I don't want to talk about that yet because right now this is just rumors. These are just opinions of journalists. If anything concrete comes during the month of July, we'll definitely be talking about Dybala. As far as Duarte and as far as all these other players, Milan definitely has to monetize, especially if this report, which I don't think is 100% true, about the 50 million. We'll definitely have to monetize on our players. Roy, can we say by the end of this month we will know for sure if Maldini is staying? Yeah, of course, because his contract expires the 30th, so we are definitely going to find out. No doubt about that. Don't believe everything you read in newspapers or on the internet. Some newspapers or various pseudo reporters write or tweet such things because they have to meet quotas to make money. Of course, and we are fully aware of that in this channel. We basically just go through the news, we speculate, but we don't make any, assertive. None of our opinions are assertions. They're just opinions and speculations. All right, let me keep on going, then I'll get back to chat. So we will see by the end of this week what happens with this situation. Let's talk a little bit about Renato Sanches. Let's talk a little bit about Renato Sanches and what the newspapers have been saying regarding his situation this weekend. So, of course, as many of you know, Renato Sanches was linked to PSG. PSG coming in strong for Renato Sanches, and definitely a very frustrating situation, because Milan has been negotiating for this player for such a long time, and the fact that we haven't pulled the trigger yet definitely is a frustrating situation. But let's see what the newspapers have been saying regarding this particular piece of news. Here we go. Le Parisien, Milan still lead Renato Sanches race. Renato Sanches race despite PSG bid and Serie A competition. AC Milan remain ahead of Paris Saint-Germain in the race to sign Renato Sanches, but another Italian team have come forward, a report claims. Yeah, I have read this, that there is another Italian team that has put its foot in the door, and I wonder which one it is. I can only imagine it can be either Inter or Juve. I can only imagine it can be only one of those two clubs. The team that needs a playmaker more than any other team in Italy is Juve. So I can only imagine that it's Juve, even though it doesn't say. According to what is being reported by Le Parisien, it's not a straight battle between Milan and PSG for the Portuguese midfielder anymore, because another Serie A team have also come forward. We're preparing for a season in the Champions League. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact that there was a certain point in January that Juve was also linked to Paris here actually, there you go. Let's see. From this, we can infer that it is either Juve, who have been linked before, correct, Napoli or Inter, and the French source claims that their offer has surpassed that of Milan. PSG have also offered more, 30 million, than the RossonARI management, which today is reported at 15 million. Despite this, the RossonARI are still leading the race to sign the former Bayern München man, as they moved ahead of the competition, having tried to bring him to Italy back in January. Well, listen, this situation regarding Sanches for me is very negative. It's a very negative situation. We should have secured this player already. The fact that we have been waiting on this is not a good look for the club, and it also makes this club looks like a mid-tier club, which is not good at all. Now, I can only assume, even if Renato Sanches put up this Instagram post saying something about don't choose with your soul, don't choose with your ego, and reports were claiming that Botman also liked that Instagram post. I gotta say that Renato Sanches, especially when it comes to social media, has put out a lot of hints of what his preferred destination is when it comes to the Mercato. He has definitely made it clear to some who want to look at those things that Milan is definitely his preferred destination. So there's a positive and there's a negative. All right. The positive is that these players want to join Milan. These players want to join Milan, which is something that is good because we haven't seen this kind of love for the shirt, love of these players dreaming to join me in a long time. So it is a very positive thing that we're seeing these signs of players like Renato Sanches, like Botman, who does not want to accept any offers except for Milan. Renato Sanches also might be the same. Renato Sanches might say no to PSG, might say no to all these other teams. He wants to wait. We will see. We will see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. All right, let's go back to the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. The past 3 years, we have only spent 138 million net, and most of that came from last year. I believe none of the newspapers' media sucks. Yeah, I mean, guys, we know that the media puts out a lot of fake stuff, but, you know, some of it is real. Some of it is real. We know, we know for a fact that Milan has been going in for Sanches. Milan wants Sanches. We know for a fact that Milan wants Botman. We know for a fact that that they have not, that Milan and Massara have not renewed yet, and there's issues. So some of the stuff is real, some of it is fake. I don't believe all the newspapers. They're just playing with the fans' emotions. Dybala news source is really weak, fake news. Yeah, the Dybala thing is just an opinion of a journalist. A journalist pretty much just wrote. Yeah, there's a stalemate regarding the operation between Inter and Dybala, so this is a good opportunity for Milan to pounce in. It didn't say that there were official statements that Milan was going in for this player, even though we do know for a fact, whether you want to say it is a fact, that Milan, the Maldini were in touch with Dybala's entourage, just asking questions, which is pretty normal. Of course, it's basically the job of the sporting director of Massara to inform themselves regarding all the players that are available in the market. I do not think that Dybala can join Milan, but if he does join Milan, guys, that would be an incredible operation. We'll see, especially because if the rumors of the budget is true, that means that Milan will be forced to go for the free players. Dybala, being one of those free players, can be one of the only really viable options for this squad. It could only be one of the viable options for the squad if the budget reports are true. Carlo Moretti said they would sell their granny for clicks. That is true. Forza Milan. That's right, Skillard. Forza top 4. That's 100% right. Forza Zaniolonis. 200% right. Forza Krunic, the Bosnian Ballon d'Or player of the year. And Forza, we are poor. Skriniar, Skillard. Skriniar, by the way, guys, it looks like Skriniar is pretty much a done deal when it comes to PSG. So Inter, looks like Inter is being serious about selling Skriniar. What does that mean for Bremer? Because we know Inter really wants Bremer, right? There has been talks that there's already been terms have been agreed with the player. So we got to see. We might lose Bremer to Inter. Forza, return to the banter era. Guys, I don't think we're going to go back into the banter era. I'm still positive that we're going to maintain a very solid squad. We're going to get the things that we need to do. I'm still positive about that. If Sanches arrives, great, but we need to stop acting like he's a top midfielder in the world. He can be, but he still has a lot to prove. Actually, I disagree with that. He is a top midfielder, and that's who we definitely need, because Sanches is definitely a very, very, very good player, and having lost a player like Kessie, who is very good. We need to replace a good player for a good player. And Renato Sanches, has already achieved a lot of things that many football players haven't achieved. For example, he was a very young age. He was part of a Euro expedition with Portugal that won the Euros. He's he's won the league in France against Neymar's and Mbappe's PSG. That is not very easy. So Renato Sanches is definitely a very, very good player, and we should definitely not lose our grip on him. If we get Botman, Sanches, a right wing cam, and renew Leao, it would be 8.5-10 Mercato for me. Absolutely, 100%. We'll see what happens. Spoiler, it's Salernitana. Salernitana actually has been looking into Cavani. Isn't that crazy? Salernitana trying to see if it can land Cavani. Forza Milan getting knocked out UCL group stages again. By the way, Scaroni did speak about the Champions League, and Scaroni is an interesting character. He said, we don't want to win the Champions League. We just want to do better than last year. Okay, he's being politically correct on the matter. But let's be honest, guys. We want to become a big European team again. That's what this club deserves. This is what we want. All right, let's get back to the news, and then we will continue with the chat, and we'll see what you guys think regarding all the situations. So now, if Sanches does not come to Milan, there are other options that have been put out. Maybe stuff that we can talk about. See what you guys think. See what I think, because I haven't seen them yet. Here they are. Let's see. Gazzetta dello Sport. Milan have 60 million trio down on list of alternatives to Renato Sanches. Here it is. Gazzetta dello Sport reports that Sanches is the player who has long been identified as a suitable profile to replace the departing Franck Kessie. But PSG also wants him, and he could link up with former manager Christophe Galtier and former director Luis Campo. Now, that is definitely worrisome because, of course, Galtier used Sanches as the heart of his midfield. Luis Campos obviously wants to make Christopher Galtier happy. So, yeah, it's very worrisome. This is why Milan are looking at alternatives just in case they miss out on two of them. And two of them are Roma. One is Jordan Veretout, whose contract expires in 2024 and seems willing to leave the Giallorossi with an asking price of 10 million. So guys, let's talk about Veretout for a little bit. I want to know what you guys think about Veretout. The other solution would be to bring Brian Cristante back to the Rossoneri after his stint with the Primavera. His contract is worth 1.8 million net per season until 2024, and while Jose Mourinho likes Cristante, Milan playing in the Champions League is tempting, though his valuation is around 25 million. There is a 25 million valuation for the third alternative, which is Enzo Fernandez, a 21-year-old starlet for River Plate who is able to cover various positions in the midfield, as happened with Kessie. Milan are among the clubs that are watching him, but River will not accept less than his release clause, which I'm assuming is 25 million. Well, here you go. Those are the three players in contention. Veretout, Cristante, Enzo Fernandez. What do I think? Cristante, I think he's a great player. I gotta say, I think Cristante is a great player, but he's not the kind of player that I think Milan needs. Milan needs a creative player, a possession-based football player. Cristante is not that player. Cristante is more of a hard-working midfielder. He's more of what they call in Italian incontrista. One that is his main purpose is to break the possession of the opposition rather than to create. But talking about Cristante, though, Cristante has been part of the Roma team that won the Conference League. Even though a lot of people dismiss that, I definitely don't dismiss that. I think whatever competition it is, especially European competition, it is difficult. The pressure is high, and you're facing good teams in Europe. So Cristante was part of that expedition. He won, and also Cristante was part of the Euro team that won in England at Wembley. Cristante was the player that got the assist for Bonucci's goal in the corner kick. He was the one that flicked the ball in the corner kick. So Cristante had a big slice of the pie of that final belonged to Cristante. Cristante, former AC Milan player. I don't mind seeing him back at Milan, but is he the replacement for Kessie? Maybe he's more of a direct replacement for Kessie, but I really believe that Milan needs the quality of a Renato Sanches. So I wouldn't consider him a good substitute to Renato Sanches. Veretout is a player that I don't like at all. I don't like at all. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of Veretout. I don't. I think he's got attitude problems. He's not a player that to me seems like he would bring anything special. But again, he's not that kind of player. He's not a possession-based footballer. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder, kind of like Cristante. He's not as defensive as Kessie, but he's not as possession-based as Renato Sanches. We need to be a team that retains the possession. We need to be a team that dominates the midfield of our opponents, not just in Italy but in Europe. In order to do that, we need a player of the likes of Renato Sanches. Now, the other players, this Enzo Fernandez kid. I did see some highlights of Enzo Fernandez. He does look pretty decent, I gotta say. He scores some really nice goals. He scores a lot of goals from the midfield. He's got a very good shot. So it could be an interesting alternative, I gotta say. I'm not sure whether or not he is in the... I'm not sure if he is in the national team circle yet, probably in the youth national teams. I'm not sure yet. But Enzo Fernandez could be an interesting prospect. If I were to choose out of these three players, I'd definitely go for Brian Cristante, if that is the option. But of course, my main target would still be Renato Sanches. We'll see what happens with that. All right. I just read what's up, Nathan? We got Nathan in the house. How you doing, my friend? I just read the Redbird only want to spend 45 to 50 million in the window. All the news I'm hearing is what I was afraid of when they were in the process of buying us. What the f do they think they're doing? Yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about that in a second. To be honest, I don't really care anymore for the Mercato. I only care about how ready we will be. How ready will be the team for the season that starts in 1 month, and we are going to renew our players because this is a common problem. Well, we got to see, guys. We definitely got to see what the situation with Leao is going to be, because if it is true that our budget is going to be something like 50 million, right? If our budget is going to be something like 50 million, then we have to sell our players to make up for the Mercato. We'll probably... If these rumors are true. I don't think they are, but if they are. Maldini is fed up of begging other clubs with a loan plus option to buy, and now with that 50 million budget, he's still having a second thought before renewing the contract. Guys, we'll definitely look at this. We'll definitely look at this contract situation. Guys, let me see what you guys think about Veretout, Brian Cristante, or Enzo Fernandez. Veretout had turned us down when we wanted to sign him. Okay, so that is not a good sign. There you go. Veretout doesn't even start for Roma, does he? No, he hasn't. Actually, he has been on the fringes of Roma's starting 11. Again, Veretout, out of all these alternative names, is the one that I really do not even want to be discussing. Brian Cristante could be a good solution. Enzo Fernandez is an interesting solution. Renato Sanches is the ideal solution. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Let's treat these players with respect. DOA thinks they're all garbage, so he wouldn't be interested in any of them. All right, we know what we're going to say. No, it's not because he's Italian. I think, actually, Italian players, it is true that Italian players are always downplayed. Italian players are usually, they're not given their credit due. But because Cristante, again, Mr. Eastbourne, was part of the expedition that won the Euros, had a big impact in the final, and Mourinho and was in Mourinho's starting 11. If he was Swiss, if he was German, and Germany won the Euros, I'd be saying the same thing. It has got nothing to do with the fact that he's Italian. But it is true that a lot of people like to talk shit about Italian players, and I have to defend that. I have to defend that. I always have to defend that. 3 years ago, I felt on top of the world with a bright future ahead. Now I feel like we're in the gutter, being kicked in the ribs every day as I read the news. Forza Milan, F Redbird. There you go. There you go. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Guys, let's talk about the summer budget. Let's talk about the summer budget. Let's see what the voices are regarding the summer budget. It's quite interesting, I gotta say. I actually heard a call from Daniele Lungo this morning in Radio RossonARI. He was on the phone and he was explaining this. So let's look into it. The budget for the summer transfer window is one of the factors responsible for the slowdown in talks over Paolo Maldini and Ricky Massara's contract extension, according to a journalist. According to Daniele Longo of calciomercato.com, the proposed budget for the summer mercato from Jerry Cardinale and Redbird Capital, excluding the loan with options to buy and any possible sales, is 45 million to 50 million, which is literally like spitting in the face of the fans. This is one of the reasons for the slowdown in recent weeks over the extension of the director's contract. They believe that with 45 million, they cannot complete the squad in the way that they want. But the new owners want to raise cash from player sales. That's exactly what Longo was saying today in his radio interview. An agreement will be found because Maldini wants to stay, but he is not happy with the situation and the budget that he most likely has to work with, which is much lower than the amounts of 80, 100 million previously circulated in the media and lower than the budget from last year. How the hell would we go from a budget pre championship winning, pre-winning the championship, 90 million, then the next year we go to 50 million. So I want to talk about this for a second. First of all, we don't know if this is true or not, okay? But if this is true, then guys, we have a problem. We have a very big problem. Forget the banter era. Forget the banter era. This is going to be worse than the banter era, because in the banter era we had a lot of money to spend. Okay, and the only reason why the banter era happened is because we had two morons heading the club that bought the wrong players, and they were not able to transmit the AC Milan spirit the same way Maldini does. But this is going to be worse, because if this is our budget, that means that the only way we can secure top players is to sell our best players. If I am in this kind of situation where I only have 50 million, that means that I have to sell Leao and I have to sell Benacer. The only two players that have market. The only two players that I know I could probably sell are those two players. Which that means I could raise maybe something like 200 million out of those two players. And out of those two players, with that 200 million, sure, you can buy De Ketelaere, you can buy Zaniolo, you can buy Lang, you can buy Sanches, you can buy Botman, and maybe you can get some deals for a striker. But is that who we want to be? Do we want to be the club that has to sell Leao in order to do our market? What was the point of Redbird buying this club? I don't understand. What is the point of Redbird buying this club if we have to sell our best players in order to fund our transfer market? What was the point? And again, guys, even though I'm 99% sure Maldini is going to resign and he's going to continue and he's going to have to take a nasty punch on the chin, if he chooses not to stay, I totally agree with him. I totally agree with him. Who the hell would want to stay in such a terrible situation? Veretout loves Milan. Please sign him. Really? Is that a fact? I did not know that. I had no clue about that. So I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? You tell me, guys? What do you think? First of all, let's see if this is true. There was another report claiming that Jerry is trying to look for cash for the transfer market. He's trying to look for people to fund the transfer market for him. It's a very bad situation. Today, the 20th of June, after winning the Scudetto, you cannot say that today it's a good situation for AC Milan. No, it's not. It is absolutely not. And then if next month everything is okay and everything is all right, that's fine. But today it's not a good situation. We're not in a good situation today. It honestly feels like our club is being literally torn to pieces in front of us. So it's definitely not a good situation, and I don't feel that positive about certain things. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm going to reserve judgment until the end of the month, and then we'll see what happens after that. Now, again, Lungo is not the most reliable journalist in the world, so I wouldn't take what he says as a Bible, as whatever, as a truth. But it is unfortunate that this is what the people around the world have to read about Milan, right? The Juventini are reading the news surrounding Milan, they're laughing at us. Interisti are reading the news about Milan, they're laughing at us. And also PSG. I have to understand, how the hell is PSG able to do all these operations when today the news came out that they are 300 million in the red. They had a loss of 300 million. How the hell is this club operating with these huge losses? And then we want to defend UEFA and Serafin. Guys, there's dodgy stuff going on there that needs to be spoken about. Of course, Roy he's a Roma fan. He wants to get rid of Veretout. Veretout can go and join Lazio. Ciao, ciao, Theo, guys, and Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez is another player that has mercato. Will we have to sell Theo Hernandez? Are we going to have to sell Leao? Are we going to have to sell Benacer? Well, listen, guys. Let's all hope for the best. It's time as Milan fans for us to stand up and let Redbird know we're not going to take this S. Now, I kind of agree with you. I want to see the Curva Sud at Milano right there in front of Casa Milan with saying something. Show them, yo, what the hell are you doing? Why are you making our club look like we're Bologna? 50 million budget? Really? Guys, people are laughing at us today. They're laughing at us, all right? I don't want to be laughed at. When even Lazio fans are reading that Lazio has bigger budget than we have, well, again, we don't know how true all of this is. So let's just take it with a grain of salt. 500 million losses in 2 years. 500 million losses in 2 years. How is this club still operating? We don't. It is a mystery. Longo, Maldini must have called him first thing this morning to tell him our budget, what utter trash. I don't remember how Longo got that information. If any of you speak Italian, he had an interview today in Radio RossonARI. You can listen to that, and you can listen. He spoke for about 20 minutes there. Agree, Roy. Let's just see what happens. If Maldini must sign, then they know they will make something happen. Otherwise, Maldini will leave without blinking. Yeah, guys, we can only wait. Friday is going to be D-Day. Friday has to be D-Day. Didn't Veretout reject Milan, join Roma? Yeah, that is true. That's some BS by Spanish media trying to make PSG look bad because of the Mbappé deal. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Okay, let's keep on going. Guys. We're also going to be talking about the schedule because we do have a schedule for Milan. But before going into the schedule, guys, let's talk about the first official signing of the Mercato. The first official signing of the Mercato is the Irish youngster, Heffernan. So let's read about this. This is going to be quite interesting. We need defenders, right? Is this going to be the defender of the future? Official. Heffernan joins Milan permanently from Cork. Words can't describe how I feel. Back in January, it had been rumors that Heffernan would be joining the RossonARI. Guys, I remember talking about this player in January. We haven't heard about him since, so he's back in the Milan universe stratosphere. There was plenty of fascinating background to his arrival, such as his previous trials with Manchester United and Bayer Leverkusen, the role of Stephen Ireland, and the fact his parents are Olympians. So, good genetics, good genetics. Now, Cork have confirmed via a statement on their official website that Heffernan will join Milan after the Serie A champions exercised their option to sign him permanently following his loan spell. Heffernan joined Milan at the end of January on loan, having made his first team debut for Cork in the final game of the 2021 season. City Cork's head of academy, Liam Kearney, said Kethel has clearly done well whilst on loan and is now getting the opportunity to sign permanently. That he is getting his opportunity is a statement to his own hard work and dedication, as well as the work put in by his coaches at Ringmahon Rangers and here at our academy. We're very pleased for him and we wish him the very best of luck in his future career. We spoke to Cork Echo and Irish Examiner journalist Andrew Horgan at the time of Heffernan's arrival to get some insight into what we can expect from the 17-year-old, which you can read right there. He made 13 appearances for Milan U18 side and then made his debut for the Primavera towards the end of last season, showing just how highly thought of he is. Okay, so he was part of the U18, 13 appearances, and then he was promoted to the Primavera. Okay, remember, this is a 17-year-old. Words can't describe how I feel about it. It just suits me to the ground. The culture, the weather, everything. I just love it. This is great. A lot of Anglo-Saxon players are finding themselves quite comfortable in Italy, which we haven't seen this in a while. There was a period in the 90s we were seeing a lot of English players, Irish, Anglo-Saxon, from up north there, liking life in Italy. Then there was a big slowdown, and now all of a sudden Italy has a lot of these players coming back. Let's see. Let's keep on going. Since I got over there, I've just loved every second of it, and I don't take any day for granted. I just keep working hard and getting better every day. It was difficult at the start. The first 2 weeks were hard, but once I adapted, it became second nature. Good. To be honest, I don't actually know the exact date yet, but we just got sent a preseason program there, so I will probably do that for the next few weeks. I'll probably have another month at home, and then in the middle of July, I will go back. This kid is living a dream, guys. So let's wish this kid the best of luck. Hopefully one day he will become part of the starting 11, and we can only wish him the best of luck. But there it goes, guys. There you go. Our first official signing of the season, a 17-year-old Heffernan. Okay, let's go back to chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. We didn't even spend any in winter like we should have, more than last season of only 75 million. By the way, guys, speaking of our winter mercato, Lazetic right now in the Euro under 19 Euros scored a goal for his team. He even did the Lao surf celebration. So definitely Milan is in his heart. So good for him, and good for his value to come up. A player that we might have to send out on loan for him to gain experience. How reliable is this Longo guy? Only 45. Well, Longo is part of calciomercato.com, or well, .it, and calciomercato.com is not the most reliable of sources. No, it's not. Roy, it can only be Maldini, Massara, or Gazidis leaking the stuff to these plums. They are the only people who know the budget, and I can't see them divulging that info to anyone. Maybe. So what are you saying? That they might, they're just trying to diverge the news? And what are you implying there, Carlo? He is 16, right? Well, here it says 17. Or maybe he's going to be turning 17. But, yeah, good for him, guys. I'm glad about this operation. We definitely need good youngsters in the Primavera. We definitely need to build our Primavera. We definitely need to build the youth sector. Milan's youth sector has not been the best. Who the F is that guy? That's what I would say. Message for Jerry, insert coin. What? Lazatic Scudetto 1, Çalhanoğlu 0. Guys, by the way, there are talks about Çalhanoğlu being put in the market. And there was some speculation that Milan might be looking to get Çalhanoğlu again. I know that will piss some of you guys off. I don't know about that. I'm implying that Longo is talking out his ass. Yeah, maybe he is, guys. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Most likely he is. But this is unfortunately the news that we have today. And that's the news that is being perpetuated all around Italy. Now, I had seriously doubt that Cardinale went to Maldini and told him 50 million. Unless these guys really think that they want to take this Moneyball strategy to the next level. They really think that we can get great players by implementing an extreme Moneyball data analytics kind of situation. I think these guys are crazy if they really believe that. But in my opinion, the transfer budget is going to be much more than that. I really doubt. I really doubt it's going to be 50 million. If it's 50 million, guys, like, then forget about it. Forget about top four, guys. Not on Maldini's watch, Roy. Çalhanoğlu is not welcome in Milanello. That's right. That's right. Have you seen his highlights? Yes, I did see Heffernan's highlights. He looks like a decent player. Remember, he plays in the academy. Academy football is slow. It's not the best kind of it's not the best kind of videos for you to really judge the quality of a player. But he did well for Milan. If they think he's worth the investment, then that means that he's good. I remember Milan have an empty stadium because of lack of spending. It will happen again, trust me. Jerry once said you don't need to spend a lot in football. That is true. That's what he's showing us. I think these guys are really, they want to take the Moneyball situation to the next level. They want to take the Moneyball situation to the next level. It could be a lie, but it feeds my agenda. More people are getting on board the Jerry out bandwagon. Unfortunately, hashtag Jerry out is not going to be happening anytime soon. The guy is here to stay. I have no clue why Elliot has gone this route. I have no clue. It seems like such a strange operation. Nothing makes sense right now. It feels like we're being torn apart in every aspect. Çalhanoğlu can come back. His job would be to... Very American Wall Street scum. What the hell do they know about football? Yeah, very true, very true. He's tall from videos I saw. Yeah, he's a tall kid, young kid. Parents are Olympians, so he definitely has that gene in him. Guys, let's be patient. Something big is coming. The way Milan operates, no one really knows what's going on. Longo is definitely talking shit, but still, I choose to be optimistic. The mercato is still long. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Excuse me. Yeah, 100%. The mercato is still long. Definitely very long. Origi 20 goals. Bruh, stop. Stop. This may be a tactic, 50 million. If we show we have money, clubs will ask for a higher price. Maybe, to say Saliba, maybe. Actually, that would be a good tactic. That would be a good tactic. That'd be a good tactic, if that's the case. If that's the case, then that'd be a really good tactic. Jerry just got here. He's not going anywhere. That's also true. All right, guys, listen, we have 38 people here watching. If you have not clicked that like button, please do so right now, because this channel can only grow with your help. So click that like button, guys. Do it for the sake of Milan, so we can talk about Milan all the time. Guys, during the week, we do our Milan news shows, and then we also have our open lives where we get people in, and there's no filters. Freedom of speech on this channel. Everybody talks as crazy as they want in this channel. As a matter of fact, if you missed the Sunday stream, go check it out. It was crazy. It was definitely a war zone. Sunday stream was definitely a war zone. So definitely check that out, and click that notification button, guys. Click that notification button, because if you don't click that notification button, you might not get to see the videos, and you might not be able to participate in the lives in real time. And guys, remember, you can also send super chats or stickers to support the channel and help the channel grow. Of course, we use that money to, for example, pay for StreamYard. We use that money to pay for Canva, the website that we use for the thumbnails and all of that stuff. And eventually we are going to do merch as well. So if you have any good merch ideas, let us know. Let us know. We already have some in the pipeline. So we're definitely going to be doing that. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Let's look at this one here. We're going to do this topic here. I don't know what to think about this. Maldini and Cardinale. Good feeling established between Maldini and Cardinale. Contacts are almost daily. I don't know what to think about this, but let's see what Gazzetta dello Sport writes. Jerry Cardinale and Paolo Maldini have established a good feeling together, and talks are ongoing despite the fact the new owner is in America. According to what is being reported by La Gazzetta dello Sport, the legendary Italian pink newspaper, the return of Jerry Cardinale to Italy does not seem imminent. The founder of Redbird Capital is in fact still in the United States to take care of other businesses related to his fund, and is not expected to come back to Milano before July. He is expected to be in Milano by July 4th, I read. In the meantime, contacts with Paolo Maldini remain close and almost daily. The pair immediately established an excellent feeling after the 4 hours spent together on the day of the signing of the contracts for the change in ownership. It is a sign from the owners that there is no Milan future without the symbolic and operative, which of course is good news in view of a renewal that should materialize in the next few days, along with that of Ricky Massara. Now, do we want to believe that they have a good relationship? It's difficult to believe. Guys, we have the super sticker by Christian Pasmino. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate Christian. Thank you. And this is for you guys. By the way, we are going to be adding more goals. So next time people want to donate to the channel, you also tell us what you want to see. And give us a list of the goals you want us to put up. But this one here is for you in memory of the Scudetto 1919 goal of the season.
Cagliari can do Milan a favour. The game will be up as far as the defending champions are concerned. And what about this for a run from Teo Hernandez? Fantastic! A magnificent goal from perhaps their player of the season. A crucial...
That is for you, Christian. Thank you so much, my friend. Guys, let me know what goals you want to see. I'm definitely going to put Savicevic's goal. For tomorrow, we're going to have Savicevic's goal against Barcelona in 1994. His incredible chip from the wing, the right wing. We're going to put Weah's goal against Chievo. And you tell me whatever goals you want to see. I remember people were saying they want to see Giroud's goal against Inter. You tell me. I'm going to do those three for tomorrow. I'm going to add Savicevic, Giroud, and George Weah. And guys, anytime you donate, you guys just tell me which one you want to see. Kaká goal versus United. Great idea. That's a great one. That's 4, guys. Give me ideas. Kaká versus Man U. Krunic free kick. Yes, 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 yes. That's Hisham, 100%. All right, guys. So we'll do that. We'll stop there for a second. Kaká against United. Savicevic against Barcelona. Weah against Chievo. Giroud first goal against Inter. Krunic free kick. Van Basten, we can put his overhead kick goal against Real Madrid. How about that? How about that? Pirlo long distance shot against Parma. Yeah, that one. Boateng goal against Barcelona. That's a good one where he controls the ball with the heel of his foot and then puts it in the bottom corner. Gullit header versus Steaua, legendary goal, brought us the Champions League. Mario Balotelli long distance goal. We got the Mexes goal in the Champions League. Yeah, 100%. That was a great. Menez against Parma. That's another one, guys. Too many ideas. Too many. Let me stick with just 5 for now. Let's stick with 5, but we'll put as many as possible. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna load them up today and tomorrow, guys. Anybody that donates, you want to see a goal, just tell me which goal you want to see, and we'll put it up. The Shevchenko goal against Juve. That's right. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. He takes on the midfield, then scores that goal, which to this day he still says it wasn't a cross, it was a shot. Pato against Barca. Pato against Barca. That's right. Pirlo long distance versus Real Madrid, guys. Remember that game against Real Madrid? I think that was the first time Milan beat Madrid in Spain. When with Leonardo the coach, he played a 4-2-3. No, he played a 4-2-3-1. Ambrosini, Pirlo in the midfield, if I'm not mistaken. Seedorf on who was it? It was who did he have? He had Pato, Borriello. I can't remember, but definitely a crazy formation Leonardo used back then. Seedorf versus Manchester United. Man, what a beautiful goal that was. What a beautiful goal that was. That is maybe one of my favorite games of all time. The second leg 2007 Champions League game, semi-final against Manchester United. Maldini versus Liverpool. That's a beautiful one. That is a beautiful one. Noah says, breaking news, PSG wants to sign Magnan, 50 million plus Donnarumma. What? Nah, this can't be real. Ronaldinho's first goal from Milan. Wasn't his first goal in the derby? Am I mistaken? Let me know, guys. Let me know if that is correct. I believe his first goal was against the derby. Paletta winning a goal versus Sassuolo. We'll definitely load up these goals in the channel, so anytime anybody wants to make a donation, you just tell us which goal you want to see and we'll put him up there. Alright guys, let me look for the schedule, because we did have a schedule here. Let me see if I can find it, and we can talk about the schedule a little bit. It's an interesting schedule. We do have another game that was added, another friendly that was officialized against Marseille. If you just give me 1 second here, I will find it. Give me 1 second. So we know the team is going to be regrouping July 4th. The team is going to be regrouping on July 4th, and we're going to have a friendly against Cologne. Then there's another friendly in Hungary, and then there's a friendly that has been officialized, which is going to be the end of July against Marseille. Guys, let me find this. It was somewhere here. Let me get it. But we are definitely expecting a few friendlies, and we're definitely going to be doing watch-alongs. Maybe we're going to even stream them. We shall see. We shall see. If I don't find it, it's okay. I'm sure we're going to. We're going to look at it. But there has been these talks regarding Marcelo joining Milan. There's these talks of Maldini going after Marcelo. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what do you guys think. I don't think this one is particularly true. Also because I don't see Marcelo sitting on the bench for Theo Hernandez. But if he does come, Marcelo, it would be a very similar operation to the Florenzi operation, having a very experienced player, locker room player, and a player that definitely knows how to play in the Champions League. I mean, he's got 5 of them. Obviously, if he were to join, that would mean that he'd be sitting on the bench most of the time. Most of the time, he'd be sitting on the bench. So I don't know how much I believe this operation in particular, but we definitely shall see whether or not it's real. Okay, guys, let me see if I can find the schedule. If not, it's all good. It's not a problem. We will definitely be talking about it. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Do we need Marcelo? I don't think we do. The Gullit goal against Real Madrid, yeah. Is Red John still streaming the game in Germany? No, but I really would like Red John to vlog the game, also so he can finally reveal his face, since he said he was going to be doing that. Red John did say that he was going to have a face reveal if we won the Scudetto, so we're still waiting on him. I really hope he's going to vlog the game. I'm expecting him to. We'll put it on the channel if he does. It should be fun. Definitely should be fun. Marcelo is asking for 3.5 million wages. No way Milan is paying that for a bench player. To be honest, Eastbourne, I think that is close to what we're paying Florenzi. If I were to be honest with you, it is close to those numbers. Now, again, this is just my opinion. I wouldn't be such a big fan of this operation. I think we can find... I would rather get a youngster there and develop a youngster so he can maybe learn from Teo Hernandez. Obviously, having Marcelo in the team would be good for the experience, would be good for the locker room, but I wonder if he would accept that role, really. That's my question. Guys, let me see what you guys voted on the poll. I asked, what is your current mood regarding the current situation? Let me see what the votes are. All right, 65 people have voted. What are your thoughts on the current events surrounding Maldini's renewal? 62% said they're frustrated. 26% said they're patient. And 6% said they're just serene. They're calm, cool, and collected. Relaxed. Just promote Kerkez. By the way, Kerkez is not an AC Milan player anymore. If you knew, Mr. Paul, Kerkez has moved ahead. He's not an AC Milan player. Official Milan news say the budget will be 50 million for the transfers. That is not necessarily official, but it is what the news is saying. Whether you want to believe it or not, that is up to you. That is all up to you. All right, so we're going to go towards the end of the stream right now. I'm having some issues with the screen, but it's okay. We spoke about everything we need to speak about. Guys, we are going to be doing Milan news every day. We're going to be following the news every day. Hopefully we can get some better news in these upcoming days. It is unfortunate that us as Milanisti, fans of such a glorious club, have to go through all this crap. It is what it is. It is what it is. It definitely is what it is. We are definitely a fan base that has been made to suffer. We have to suffer through things, but we are also a fan base that has celebrated many glorious eras, many glorious years. And I'm sure this is going to be a glorious year coming forward, guys. I'm sure it's going to be. I know that as I said when we started the stream, we have to navigate through this hurricane. We have to navigate through the storm. But on the other side of this hurricane and the storm is a nice, sunny, bright, shining day. Sei italiano? Sì! No, 87. Sono italiano. Sono italiano, parlo italiano. Cosa dici? Dovrei fare un stream in italiano? Secondo te gli italiani verrebbero? Dimmi, fammi sapere. Why aren't we going for Mertens? Really? You think Mertens would be a good option for AC Milan? Interesting. You think Mertens would be a good option? Guys, let me know if you guys think Mertens would be a good option. Again, since our budget, if it is true that our budget is going to be so low, Milan will be forced to go for the free players. I believe that Mertens is free. Guys, like the stream. We only have 35 likes, guys. Let's get to 40 before we close. If you have not liked, click that like button, guys. Roy, last stream was crazy, but we all know if Maldini leaves, I wouldn't blame him. He's not a slave to Redbird. He's loyal to Milan only. I definitely agree. I wouldn't blame him at all. Guys, let's get to 40 likes before we leave. Guys, let's get to 40 likes. Thank you, everybody, for liking. Thank you for everybody who has already liked. If you have not liked, please like. Roy, last stream was great. Yeah, I think Bale would be a good option for free, guys. I think it has to come to that. It has to come to the free players. So Mertens is free, Bale is free, Dybala is free. Anyone would be a good option now with 50 million budget. So maybe we can use that 50 million budget to get Bobman and. I mean, look at it this way. We could use the 50 million budget to secure Botman and Sanches. We already have Origi coming in for free, and then the attacking midfield. If we can get De Ketelaere, if we can get Zaniolo, then we could potentially go for the free players, like Bale, like Mertens, like Dybala. So, to be honest with you guys, even though these would not be long-term solutions. To be honest with you, even with 50 million, we could have a pretty good mercato. Roy, have you seen? Hey, we got Hans, the scout. Hans Legolas Erdman. Roy, have you seen Scaroni comments about Leao? Yes, I have seen them. Basically, Scaroni said that Milan has been very good at replacing players. So Scaroni did a very big mistake in communication. He basically communicated. That yes, Leao could leave, but if he leaves, he's not worried because Maldini and Massara are very good at their job and they would replace him expertly. Scaroni needs to learn how to freaking talk. He needs to learn how to talk to the AC Milan fans. No, grazie. I don't want Ozil. No, Ozil is Ozil even still playing? Però dai, non puoi cadermi su Zaniolo. Non puoi cadermi su Zaniolo, dai. Cosa stai dicendo, signore? Zaniolo, we'll see, guys. We'll see about Zaniolo. As I said, if Zaniolo was to happen, it's going to happen in the later stages of the mercato. Talking about Zaniolo right now is kind of pointless. He's basically Çalhanoğlu before Çalhanoğlu was Çalhanoğlu. I think Leao is officially on the market if he says that. Yeah, guys, he has a 150 million clause. If someone wants to put 150 million on him, guys, then if he accepts that offer, we can't say no. We literally can't say no. Zaniolo is not that good. Well, that is your opinion. I think he's one of the best Italian players, and if you're one of the best Italian players, that means that you're one of the best players in the world. Scaroni is not a football man. Clearly, he's a Gazidis guy. Yeah, he's not a football man for sure. Like what he said about Leao, that's not the way you communicate. Scaroni talks too much about Milan, but he creates some more confusion. 100%. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, everybody, once again, let me see where we are with likes. Where are we with likes? And Noah, fammi sapere se secondo te dovremmo fare streams in italiano. Fammi sapere. Dimmi cosa pensi. 39 likes, guys. We need one more like. Give us one more like. If you have not liked this page, shame on you. That means you're an Interista. And remember, guys, you can also send super chats. You can send stickers because we need the money to fund the mercato of AC Milan. Zaniolo is trying so hard to get away from Roma right now. For sure, Zaniolo definitely was leaving. His last interview definitely was sending out messages in the ether of the universe. Gazidis is going to leave in November, yes. Al Capone, I don't know what the F... Scaolani, I think you meant Scaroni, is talking about when it comes to Leao, who's going to replace him. Leao is the most exciting player we've had since Kaká. This old man is delusional. I definitely agree that his communication skills are not the best, are definitely not the best. Zaniolo only wants to join Milan to learn from Zlatan how to play without ACL, without 2 ACLs. Zaniolo with our 50 million budget, no way. Yeah, he ain't coming, guys. He ain't coming. But let's be clear. If let's say we did have a 50 million budget, you know, we sell Caldara, we sell Duarte, Castillejo. You know, you get to have somewhere around 60 something million. With 60 million, you can get a few targets, but you have these free players that you could bargain with, like Dybala, like Mertens. Now, the thing about Dybala and Mertens is that they're not long-term projects. Maybe Dybala would be a long-term project since he's still in his 20s. But it would definitely be an interesting signing if we do get Dybala. Anwar is quite convinced that Dybala is coming to Milan. Anwar, according to him, got literally guessed everything correctly that happened this season. How about Pepe on loan from Arsenal? They get in Rafinha. I'm not very familiar with Pepe. Unfortunately, I'm not an expert when it comes to the players that play in the EPL. So I do not know what to tell you about Pepe. I don't know him. I just don't know him. I really don't know him. All right, let me see how many likes we have, guys. Let me see how many likes we have. Where are we with the likes? Where are we with likes? 40 likes. 40 likes, guys. We have made it. We got to the 40 mark. Thank you very much, guys, everybody. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We do have a 3K goal by the end of the summer transfer mercato. Can we get to 3K? And guys, should we do also streams in Italian? I wonder if we should also do streams in Italian. Do streams in English and streams in Italian. Krunic should be made captain for next season. He'll probably be our best player next season since everybody is leaving. So yeah, why not? It will be like 70 million spending and probably only 50 million net, very likely. Yeah, I think that's a good assertion, actually, Alan. Well, guys, we got to 40 likes. We definitely got to 40 likes. Roy, what is your go-to... What? What is your go-to Stria? What does Stria mean, my man? Orlando Santos, what do you mean by that? What is your go-to Stria? I don't know what you mean. Skillard says, do streams in Bosnian. Your go-to strain. I'm a pink kush kind of guy. I don't have any preferences. Pepe's definitely an upgrade over Salad and Messias, but I don't see Arsenal selling number 9 the cheap. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know Italian, Alan, but there's a lot of Italian fans. I wonder if we can start also do streams in Italian. Do the English for the English fans and for the Italian fans. Who is the most realistic signing so far? The most realistic signing so far is Origi. Because he's already that deal has already been done, so actually we should be seeing Origi this week probably. As far as signing, whether we're talking about Sanches and Botman today, I can't answer that question, my man. I really can't answer that question. Unfortunately, that's the kind of situation we're in. No Italian, I can't understand. All right, guys, let's check one more time. What's the situation with the likes? Where are we at? 42 likes, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for everybody joining Milan News. We are going to upload the goals. So today I'm going to upload the Giroud goal against Inter. I'm going to upload the Savicevic goal against Barcelona, the George Weah goal against Chievo. I'm going to upload, who else did we say? The Krunic goal. I'm going to upload the Krunic goal. And one more. What else did we say, guys? Remind me. Van Basten overhead kick goal. The Van Basten overhead kick goal against Real Madrid. I'm going to upload those 5 games. Those 5 goals. Guys, we are 43 likes. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, click on that subscribe button. We want to get to 3K. Anyway, guys, as I said, I feel pretty positive, even though the news is all shit today. Everything is negative. 50 million budget, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, I think Maldini is going to stay. I think that we are going to get the players that we want, and I think next season we're going to have an amazing season, and this roller coaster is going to keep on going. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate you all. We will see you tomorrow around the same time for Milan news. Hopefully we get to have, oh, the Kaká goal. Absolutely. Absolutely, the Kaká goal against Manchester United. Yeah, we're going to have a great season in the end, and we're going to kick ass as we always do. Unfortunately, it's just a storm, guys. We have to navigate through the storm. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Forza Milan as always. Much love to the chat, and we will see you tomorrow. Alla prossima. Ciao.